Assalamu alaikum, dear students.
Walaikum assalam, ma'am.
Walaikum assalam, ma'am.
How are you, dear
How-
students?
We
I
are
am
pretty
fine
good,
and
ma'am. What's about you, ma'am?
Alhamdulillah, same here. I'm also great. Okay, without wasting time, let's move on. As you all know that it was a Friday and it was a blessing day of the week. So yeah, इस दिन पर हम थोड़ी सी different activities students को provide करते हैं ताकि वो भी पूरी week की तरह regular base पर जिस तरह वो पढ़ता है सीखता है उससे थोड़ा सा different हो, वो भी bored feel ना करे. लेकिन मेरे जो lectures है, it's all about your accent, your pronunciation and your fluency, right? So आज के इस lecture में आप लोग सबका मेरे पास first Friday है, तो आज हम फ्लुएंसी टेस्ट के बारे में जानेंगे कि फ्लुएंसी होती क्या है। सबसे पहले तो मैं आपको बताऊं, फ्लुएंसी का मतलब होता है इंसान का फर से बोलना, ठीक है। अब जैसे मैं उर्दू बोल रही हूँ, मेरी उर्दू में बहुत से मिस्टेक्स है, सो इट्स नॉट माय फ्लुएंसी, आई एम नॉट करेक्ट इन उर्दू, बट इफ आई एम गोना टॉक अबाउट द इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज, सो आई एम द परफेक्ट। मैं इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज बोलते हुए बिल्कुल परफेक्ट होती हूँ, इट्स जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ इट, क्योंकि वो मेरी लैंग्वेज है। इसके अलावा मैं पश्तो बोलते हुए बिल्कुल परफेक्ट होती हूँ, वो भी मेरी लैंग्वेज है। उर्दू बोलते हुए माइनर से मिस्टेक्स में क्रिएट कर लेती हूँ जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ द एक्सेंट। ओके, तो आप लोग देखिए आप सबका फ्लुएंसी किस लैंग्वेज में है। आई एम श्योर आप लोग सबकी जो फ्लुएंसी होगी, किसी की पंजाबी की होगी, किसी की उर्दू की, मोस्ट ऑफली आप सबके उर्दू का ही फ्लुएंसी परफेक्ट होगा। आई एम श्योर 100%, 90%, 80% इसी लाइन पर आप लोग आते हैं। लेकिन जब बात होती है इंग्लिश की, तो इंग्लिश में आप लोगों का 10% भी फ्लुएंसी काम नहीं करता। पता है क्यों? इट्स ऑल अबाउट योर कॉन्फिडेंस। आप में कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आता। कॉन्फिडेंस आपका कैसे बूस्ट होता है? जब आप प्रैक्टिस करते हैं। ओके, सो आज के इस लेक्चर में हम फ्लुएंसी, मैं आप लोगों को फ्लुएंसी टेस्ट भी लूंगी, सेकेंडली आपको रोल एंड रीड के बारे में भी बताऊंगी। दो तरह की एक्टिविटीज परफॉर्म करने को दूंगी। अगर तो आप लोग इसकी प्रैक्टिस करते हैं सैटरडे और संडे को भी अपने साथ ऑफलाइनली, तो आई एम डैम श्योर आपकी फ्लुएंसी लाइक 10 to 15% तो इम्प्रूव हो ही जाएगी, अगर तो आप प्रैक्टिस करें तो, बिकॉज प्रैक्टिस 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 एंड प्रैक्टिस मेक्स अ मैन परफेक्ट। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट। Okay, fluency test. How much viewed? Check viewed. 11 p.m. now go. Okay, how much viewed? Check. If I check viewed, he would check as much as he could, and check as much viewed as a check viewed. If I check viewed. That's all. इसको कहते हैं फ्लुएंसी, ठीक है। इंग्लिश को आप देख के भी फर से पढ़ सकते हैं, और आप बगैर देख के भी जब किसी से बात करें आप उसको फर से बोले। पहले देख के आप कर ले, अपने लैंग्वेज में एक फ्लुएंसी ले आए रीडिंग करते हुए। आई एम डैम श्योर व्हाइल स्पीकिंग आपकी नेचुरली वो आ जाएगी, ठीक है, रिदम, जो कि आप रीडिंग करते हुए अपनी रिदम बनाते हैं। रिमेंबर दिस। नाउ रिपीट आफ्टर मी। How much viewed? देखिए सारे वही रूल्स एंड लॉज मैंने लगाए हुए हैं जो कि मैंने आप लोग को लास्ट वीक में पढ़ाया है. डबल ओ को ईयू पढ़िएगा, ओ यू को ईयू पढ़िएगा. ओके, आपने कोई वो गलती नहीं करनी है. How much viewed? Viewed a viewed chuck chuck. If a viewed chuck killed chuck viewed. He viewed chuck, he viewed as much as he could, and chuck as much viewed as a viewed chuck viewed. If a viewed chuck killed chuck viewed. आप सबने मुझे 2 टाइम्स पढ़ के सुनाना है, 2 दफा, ठीक है. इसको पहली दफा मैं बिल्कुल स्लो जिस तरह अभी मैंने पढ़ा. सेकंड टाइम जब आप इसको पढ़ने लगे तो इसको फास्ट पढ़े, as much as you can. How much viewed would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck viewed? He woodchuck, he viewed as much as he could, and chuck as much viewed as a woodchuck viewed if a woodchuck could chuck viewed. Like this. Try कीजिएगा इसको fast में deliver करें second time में. Now practice with me. How much viewed a woodchuck viewed chuck 11 p.m. door off कर दे. Okay, how much viewed would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck viewed? He woodchuck, he viewed as much as he could, and chuck as much viewed as a woodchuck viewed if a woodchuck could chuck viewed. Viewed, could, chuck. Okay, words को इस तरह से pronounce कीजिएगा. और जब आप इसको fast पढ़ने लगे तो practice करें मेरे साथ जरा fast में पढ़ने की. Come on. How much viewed would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck viewed? Practice with me. He woodchuck, he viewed as much as he could, and chuck as much viewed as a woodchuck viewed if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Okay, is that clear? Come on, raise your hands, all of you. इसको 2 times आप सबने read करना है. Come on, raise your hands. इसके बाद हम second slides की तरफ आएंगे और फिर third slide आप लोग के साथ share करूंगी. No one's hand raised, dear students. Come on. Okay, first you, Shaista Baloch.
Yes, ma'am. How much viewed a woodchuck if a woodchuck could chuck viewed? He viewed chuck, he viewed as much as he could, and chuck as much viewed as a woodchuck viewed if a woodchuck could chuck viewed. How much viewed would a woodchuck if a woodchuck could chuck viewed? He viewed chuck, he viewed as much as he could, and chuck as much viewed, and woodchuck would if woodchuck could chuck viewed.
Not really bad. Amazing, dear Shasta. But second time जब आप read करने लगे तो कोशिश करें इसको fast पढ़े. Otherwise, each and every word आपने perfectly pronounce किया. So make it a practice. I will ask you again after some time. Okay? Yes, Fatima.
Yes, ma'am. How much viewed a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck viewed? He viewed chuck, he viewed as much as he could, and chuck as much viewed as a woodchuck viewed if a woodchuck could chuck viewed. How much viewed would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck viewed? He would chuck, he viewed as much as he could, and chuck as much viewed as a woodchuck viewed if a woodchuck could chuck viewed.
Amazing. Superb, dear. Okay, what about Rifat Iqbal?
Assalamualaikum, ma'am.
Walaikum salam.
Start.
Yes, dear.
How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck, he viewed as much as he could, and chuck as much viewed as a woodchuck viewed if a woodchuck could chuck viewed.
Second time.
Okay. How much viewed a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck viewed? He viewed as much as he could, and chuck as much viewed as a woodchuck viewed if a woodchuck could chuck viewed.
Perfect, dear. Okay, what about Larib? Are you there? Yes, ma'am.
Can I start, ma'am?
Please start.
How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Excellent, dear. Yes, Faiza. Not Faiza, Filza. Yes, dear.
Yes, ma'am. How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Second time.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on, read it for the second time.
Second time,
Yes.
can I say again?
Yes, dear.
Okay. How much would okay. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Amazing. Perfect, dear. Yes, Maria, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. I want to ask a question. Kindly tell me a difference between the pronunciation of WOD and WOULD.
There
First
is
is
no any
first is
difference.
wood.
Other vowels में मैंने आप लोग को बताया था other vowels के lecture में कि O W O U and U, and if I'm gonna talk about the double
I am
O, it's
new here. मैंने वो lecture नहीं लिया.
Oh, you should ask from Sir Hasib. He will provide it to you the link. Okay?
ठीक है.
So yeah, double O को U पढ़े जरा mute करके पढ़े. Come on. Hello, am I audible to you students? मेरी आवाज आ रही है? Okay, what about Shahnila? Are you there, Shahnila?
Yes, I am. Ma'am, kindly repeat it. I'm late. That's why
Okay.
I have a
How
request.
much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would? He would chuck, he would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Okay, it sounds like this. आपने 2 times repeat करना है, एक दफा slow में और दूसरी मर्तबा fast में. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck, he would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. That's all. Come on, unmute yourself, Shahnila.
Okay, ma'am. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck? If a woodchuck could chuck wood, he would chuck. He would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck woodchuck could chuck wood. It's wood, word wood.
Wood.
Wood. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, dear. So yeah, it's your turn. Fatma Sayed.
Okay, ma'am. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Well done, dear. Okay, आप सबने read कर लिया है तो उसके बाद हम next slide की तरफ आते हैं. Come on, tell me, is there someone who wanna read? Okay, next slide की तरफ आते हैं. आप सब देख लें. You have to read it like this. The Peppy Puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced a piles of poop in the palace. P में हा की आवाज आए. The Peppy Puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced a piles of poop in the palace. अगर हम इसको fast पढ़ें, the Peppy Puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced a piles of poop in the palace. It must be like this, okay? The Peppy Puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced the piles of poop in the palace. Okay, it must be like this. It's your turn, Maria.
The Peppy Puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of poops in the palace.
Hello, am I audible? Maria, आप लोगों को मेरी आवाज clear आ रही है? No one's? Okay, what about Komal Shakil? Are you there, Komal?
Yes, ma'am. The Peppy Puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of poop in the palace. The Peppy Puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of poop in the palace.
Amazing. Perfect, dear. Yes, Fatima Sayed, unmute yourself.
The Peppy Puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of poop in the palace. The Peppy Puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of poop in the palace.
Really nice, dear. Okay, what about Lareb?
Yes, ma'am. The Peppy Puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of poop in the palace.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect, dear. Yes, Filza. Hello, Filza. Aren't you there? What about Fatima?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can I say?
Yes, dear.
Okay, ma'am. The Peppy Puppy, the princess presented, the princess produced piles of poop in the palace. The Peppy Puppy, the princess presented, the princess produced piles of poop in the palace.
Well done. Yes, Rifat Iqbal.
Peppy Puppy, the princess produced, the princess. The Peppy Puppy, the princess presented, the.
Hello. Rifat Iqbal, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. The Peppy Puppy, the prince, the present, the princess, the product, the piles of pop in the palace. The Peppy, the puppy, the prince, the presented, the princess, the product, piles of pop in the palace.
Okay, it's not a product, it's a produce.
Produced piles
Yeah,
of
produced. Exactly, produced. Okay, sounds must be like this. Keep it up, dear. Yes, Shaista Baloch.
The Peppy Puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of the poop in the palace. The Puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of the poop in the palace.
Amazing. Yes, Shahnila.
The Peppy Puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of poop in the palace.
Second time.
The happy puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of poop in the palace.
Perfect, dear. Yes, Maria.
The peppy puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of the poop in the palace. The peppy puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of the poop in the palace.
Amazing. Perfect, dear. Yes, Koshlia Kela. Hello, Koshlia, are you there? Aren't you?
Yes, screen is not visible to me.
Take
Yes,
it.
miss. Screen is not
Dear, I think you're facing connectivity issue. Kindly make it a perfect. आपकी साइट पर इंटरनेट का इशू आ रहा है. Yes, Kashifa Arshad, come on, hurry up. इसके बाद हम next slide
miss,
share करते हैं.
now my connection is okay. I'm speaking.
Yeah, it's better.
The puppy puppy, the prince presented the princess produced piles of a poop in the palace. The peppy puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of a poop in the palace.
Not really bad. Keep it up, dear. But जब आप लोग सेकंड टाइम रीड करने लगे ना तो कोशिश करें फर्स्ट और सेकंड में फर्क रख के. फर्क इस तरह से जब सेकंड टाइम आप पढ़े तो उसको फास्ट करें. Like this, the happy puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced a palace of poop in the palace. आप लोग सबने देख के पढ़ना है ना कि बगैर देख के. So it's very easy to read it fast because आप सबको पता है स्पेलिंग को किस तरह से हमने वर्ड्स को कनेक्ट करके पढ़ना होता है. Yeah, it's your turn. Kashfa Arshad.
The peppy puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of poop in the palace. The peppy puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of poop in the palace.
Amazing. Okay, what about Amna Asghar?
Yes, ma'am. The happy puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of poop in the palace. The happy puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of poop in the palace.
Amazing. Okay, how about Zaneb Ali?
अस्सलाम वालेकुम मैम.
Walaikum salam.
जी मैम, the puppy princess presented, the princess produced piles of pop in the palace. The puppy prince presented the princess. Again, the puppy princess presented, the princess produced piles of pop in the palace. The puppy princess presented, the princess produced piles of pop in the palace.
Pipi puppy, no. Pappy. The happy puppy.
The happy puppy princess presented, the princess produced piles of pop in the palace. The puppy, the happy puppy, the happy puppy, the happy puppy princess presented, the princess produced piles of pop in the palace.
The happy puppy, the prince presented. The prince presented. The princess produced a palace of poop in the palace.
Okay.
Okay, otherwise you did very well. Excellent, dear Zaneb. You have very good confidence. Okay, what about Fatima?
Ma'am, screen is not visible. Can you refresh, please?
Okay, take it now. Abhi show ho rahe?
No, not yet, ma'am.
Okay.
Now it's visible. Thank you, ma'am. The peppy yes, the peppy puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of poop in the palace. The peppy puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of poop in the palace.
Amazing, outstanding, dear. Yes, Nilam Gul. Walaikum salam.
The happy puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of poop in the palace. The happy puppy, the prince presented, the princess produced piles of puke in the palace.
Not bad, dear. Keep it up. Okay, जब आप लोग सेकंड टाइम रीड करने लगे तो काइंडली आप लोग फ्लुएंसी टेस्ट में तभी आपको दो मतलब के दफा रीड आउट करने का मौका दिया जाता है कि आप लोग जब पहली दफा पढ़े तो बिल्कुल स्लोमो में पढ़े, जब सेकंड टाइम पढ़े तो इसको बिल्कुल फास्ट पढ़े. ओके, अब हम आते हैं नेक्स्ट स्लाइड की तरफ. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड जैसा कि आप लोग को शो हो रहा है, इट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एंड इट विल बी वेरी यूजफुल फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू अगर तो आप लोग इसकी प्रैक्टिस करे तो. ठीक है, रोल एंड रीड. नाम पहले इसका देखिए, रोल एंड रीड. रोल का मतलब क्या होता है? जबान को मोड़े, और रीड का मतलब होता है पढ़ना. ठीक है, जबान को मोड़ के आप पढ़े, बेशक ABC जो भी है, आपने सबके लिए जबान को मोड़े रखना है, उसको पढ़ते रहना है. आपको पता है कोई भी लैंग्वेज हो, आप उसके एक ट्रिक को लेकर उसको फरफर से यानी फ्लुएंटली आप उसको पढ़ सकते हैं, लेकिन इंग्लिश एक वाहिद ऐसी जबान है जिसका एक ही ट्रिक है, आप जबान को मोड़ ट्राई करें बोलना, I'm damn sure आप उसको फर करके पढ़ना स्टार्ट कर देंगे. ज्यादा ओवर आप स्टार्ट में लग सकते हैं, ये नहीं है, स्टार्ट में आप बहुत ओवर भी लग सकते हैं, लेकिन विद पैसेज ऑफ टाइम आप बिल्कुल नॉर्मल हो जाएंगे. बिकॉज स्टार्ट में कोई भी परफेक्ट नहीं होता, सबको परफेक्ट बनना पड़ता है. ठीक है, उसके लिए मेहनत करनी पड़ती है, वो भी मुसलसल. अगर आप कॉन्स्टेंटली मेहनत करेंगे so you will get a better result. Now listen to me carefully. I will just follow these rules like roll and read. A tricky, frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. How much wood would check if a check wood? If you want to buy. If you don't want to buy, bye. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girls cry. Kitty cat the kitten in the kitchen. Each sister 80 Easter eggs. Listen it. It must be sound in this way. A tricky, frisky snake with 6. How much wood would a check if a check wood? If you want to buy. If you don't want to buy, bye. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girls cry. Kitty cat the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter 80 Easter eggs. अच्छा, अब इसके पॉइंट्स में आप लोग के साथ क्लियर करते हुए चलूं कि टी को छा पढ़ना होता है, तो सबसे पहले देखें, ए को ए पढ़े, टी को छा पढ़े. A tricky frisky snake, it's not a snack, is a snake. क्यों स्नैक हम इसको नहीं पढ़ेंगे, स्नेक पढ़ेंगे? इसलिए कि शॉर्ट वोवल लॉन्ग वोवल का फॉर्मूला मैं ऑलरेडी आप लोग को समझा चुकी हूँ कि लॉन्ग वोवल जब भी एक से ज्यादा वोवल आपको लेटर्स नजर आए तो ए की आवाज ए हो जाती है, ना कि आ. ओके, सो द वर्ड वुड बी साउंड snake, not a snack. A tricky, frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. Stripes, इसको strips नहीं पढ़ना. पता है क्यों? क्योंकि I के बाद E भी आ रहा है ना, I-P-E. एक से ज्यादा वोवल हो गए तो वोवल की आवाज क्या हो जाएगी? I की I. The sound converts into I. A tricky, frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. O-U and double O, दोनों की साउंड सेम होती है. How much wood would check if a check wood? F-U, okay? Two, not a. ये काम नहीं करना आप लोगों ने. If you don't want to buy, bye. Don't want to buy. आप इसको don't पढ़ना, ना कि ये सब नहीं पढ़ना आपने, okay? The word is, if you want to buy. If you don't want to buy, bye. One fly flies. F को कैसे पढ़ना था? फा, दिल का जोर जरा सा लगाए. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girls cry. Girl, it's not a gull, it's a girl, okay? One girl cries, four girls cry. Kitty, double T को रा पढ़े. Kitty kept the kitten in the kitchen. अगर तो आप इसको kitty और kitten भी पढ़ ले, so there's not a big deal. It's a noun, आप इसको sound कर सकते हैं. Kitty kept the kitten in the kitchen. Kitchen, it's not a kitchen, it's a kitchen. N को जरा नाक में लेके पढ़े. Kitty kept the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter 80 Easter eggs. Each Easter 80 Easter eggs. I hope आप लोग अच्छी से प्रैक्टिस हो रही है. A tricky, frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, bye-bye. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl's cry, four girls cry. Kitty got the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter 80 Easter eggs. ये आप लोगों ने तो एक मर्तबा पढ़ लिया जब सेकंड टाइम पढ़ने लगे सो मेक श्योर आप सबने इसको फास्ट पढ़ना है अगर तो आप स्लो पढ़ेंगे मैं काउंट ही नहीं करूंगी कि आपने पढ़ा भी है लाइक दिस सेकंड टाइम में A tricky frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. देखिए आप सबने देख के पढ़ना है बगैर देख के नहीं तो देख के रीड करते हुए क्या मसला है क्या आप लोग इसको स्लो ही पढ़ते हैं नो फास्ट पढ़े Okay, a tricky frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, bye-bye. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girls cry. Kitty got the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter Eddie is 80 Easter eggs. That's all. It's your turn now. Raise your hands, come on. All of you 20 participants. Up sab hand raise kare. Come on, come on. Hurry up, dear students. We're running out of time because you have to read for the 2 times. एक दफा स्लो में सेकंड मर्तबा फास्ट में इतना पढ़िएगा कि आपको खुद समझना है कि आपने क्या पढ़ा है इतना फास्ट पढ़े बी कॉन्फिडेंट ओके यस फर्स्ट you Shasta Baloch.
A tricky frisky snake with 60 super skilly stripes. How much wood would a woodchuck check if a woodchuck could check wood? If you want to buy, if you don't want to buy, bye. One fly flies, four fly. One girl cries, four girl cry. Kitty caught the kitchen in the kitchen. Each Easter Eddie eats 80 Easter eggs. A tricky frisky snake with the 60 super skilly strips. How much wood would a woodchuck check if a woodchuck could check wood? If you want to buy, if you don't want to buy, bye. On one fly flies, four fly. One girl cry, four girls cry. Kitty caught the kitchen in the kitchen. Each Easter eats 80 Easter eggs.
Perfect. लेकिन इको ई ना पढ़े eggs नहीं पढ़ना eggs. Okay. Second strips. देखिए पहले वाले जो है उसमें आपने strips नहीं पढ़ना उसको पढ़ना है stripes. आई को आई पढ़े एक से ज्यादा vowel है. Otherwise बहुत अच्छी fluency है आपकी. Superb Shasta. Yes, it's your turn. Komal Shakir.
Yes, ma'am. A tricky frisky snake with a tricky frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. How much wood would a woodchuck if a woodchuck would check wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, bye. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girls cry. Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter Eddie eats 80 Easter eggs. If a tricky frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes, how much wood would a woodchuck check if a woodchuck could check wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, bye. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girls cry. Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter Eddie eats 80 Easter eggs.
Amazing. Perfect, dear. Yes, Famia Tahir.
A tricky frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. How much wood a woodchuck if a woodchuck would chuck wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, bye. One fly flies, four fast. One girl cries, four girls cry. Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter eats 80 Easter eggs. A tricky frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. How much wood a woodchuck would chuck if a woodchuck would chuck wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, bye. One fly, four flies. One girls cry, four girls cry. Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter eats 80 Easter eggs.
What a fluency, dear. Amazing. Outstanding, dear Famia.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Keep on participating. Inshallah, you will get a better result within 2 weeks, yeah? Okay, so it's your turn. Laraib.
Yes, ma'am. A tricky frisky snake with 60 super scary stripes. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, bye. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girl cries. Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter Eddie eats 80 Easter eggs. A tricky frisky frisky snacks with a 60 super scary strips. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, then bye bye. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girl cries. Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter Eddie eats 80 Easter eggs.
Perfect, dear. Lareb, good confident. Okay, what about Ansa? Are you there, Ansa? Unmute yourself, please. I'm allowing you to unmute.
A
Hello?
tricky freaky. Hello.
Yes, you are audible now.
A tricky freaky snake with 60 super skilly strike. How much wood would a woodchuck if a woodchuck could check wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, buy. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girl cry. Kitty caught a kitten in a kitchen. Each Easter Eddie eats 80 Easter eggs. A tricky freaky snake with 60 super scaly strike. How much wood would a woodchuck check? If you would check could check wood. If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, buy. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girl cry. Kitty caught a kitten in a kitchen. Each Easter Eddie eats 80 Easter eggs.
Perfect, dear. Excellent answer. Yes, Filza.
Okay, ma'am. A tricky frisky snake with the 60 super skilly stripes. How much wood would a woodchuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, buy. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girls cry. Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter, Edie eats 80 faster eggs. A tricky frisky snake with the 60 super skilly stripe. How much wood would a woodchuck if a woodchuck could wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, buy. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girls cry. Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter it eats highly Easter eggs.
Each Easter 80 eggs, 80 Easter eggs. Okay, otherwise you did very well. Excellent, dear Filza. Okay, I'm gonna again repeat it for the newcomers. A tricky, it's not tricky. टी को ठा ना पड़े छा पड़े. फर्स्ट लेक्चर में आप लोगों को बताया है कि टी को छा पड़े. और अगर तो आप लोगों ने फर्स्ट लेक्चर अटेंड नहीं किया, सेकंड लेक्चर नहीं किया, थर्ड लेक्चर नहीं किया, तो बिल्कुल भी आप लोगों को लाइक टेंशन लेने की जरूरत नहीं है, बिकॉज ये आप लोग का फर्स्ट वीक था. अभी जो सेकंड वीक है इसमें हम फेनोलॉजी लेक्चर स्टार्ट करेंगे. ये भी फेनोलॉजी था जो इस लास्ट वीक में इस वीक में आप लोगों ने सीखा है, लेकिन कमिंग अप में जो है हर शे को एलिब्रेट करके मैं आप लोगों को बताऊंगी. बिल्कुल न्यू स्लाइड्स होंगे आपके ए से लेकर जेड तक के, किसको किस सिचुएशन में हम कैसे साउंड करते हैं और क्यों एक लेटर के दो साउंड्स होते हैं. ये सब चीजें हम क्लियर करेंगे. ये वीक आप लोग का बहुत ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है. ठीक है, आप लोगों ने ये 2 हफ्ते मेरे साथ लगाए. इसके बाद जो नेक्स्ट 2 वीक है इसमें आप लोगों को सिर्फ एक्सेंट की ट्रेनिंग दी जाएगी. अभी जो है ये एक वीक जो सेकंड आप लोग का है इसमें सिर्फ प्रोनाउंसिएशन में बताऊंगी, फेनोलॉजी ये सब चीजें. लेकिन जो इसके बाद के 2 वीक्स है वो आपके एक्सेंट ट्रेनिंग स्टार्ट हो जाएगी. फिर वहां पर कोई गुंजाइश नहीं है कि आप लोग मुझसे पूछे कि मैम फर्स्ट लेक्चर मैंने नहीं अटेंड किया था, सेकंड मैंने नहीं किया था, तो ये चीज फिर नहीं चलेगी. ओके, इस वीक में आपको मैं सारा गाइड करूंगी. आप लोगों ने सारे क्लासेस टाइम पर अटेंड करने हैं. डोंट मिस एनीवन क्लास. Okay, let's come on to the topic. Tiku chaparna hai. A tricky frisky snake ऐसे करके पढ़े. A tricky frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, buy. Don't want to buy. If you don't want to buy, nor don't want to buy. So like this, if you don't want to buy, bye. ठीक उछा पड़े. One fly flies. F को थोड़ा सा फा करके पड़े. One fly flies for flies fly. One girl cries for girl cries. देखिए जब आप one girl cries, जब आप girl बोलने लगे ना तो एक फुल स्टॉप लगा दे, फुल स्टॉप मतलब एक झटका सा लगा दे, ठीक है, बीच में देखे, वन क्राइज फॉर गर्ल्स क्राई। गोरे जो है अमूमन जब इंग्लिश में कम्युनिकेट करते हैं ना अपने लैंग्वेज में, तो आपको अमूमन इस तरह सुनाई देता होगा ना कि इस तरह करके इंग्लिश बोल रहे हैं, और यही वजह होती है हम कहते हैं कैसे बोल रहे हैं। इसको बोलते हैं एक्सेंट एंड फ्लुएंसी। ये चीज बहुत अलग होती है, ये चीज मैं आप लोग को सिखाना चाह रही हूँ। तो आप लोग थोड़ा थोड़ा करके अपनी बेस बनाना स्टार्ट करें, बाकी मेरा काम है नेक्स्ट 2 वीक्स में आप लोग बिल्कुल क्लियर हो जाएंगे। Okay, but be confident. One fly flies, fly. One cries, cries. 4 girls cry. Kitty count the kitten in the kitchen. Kitty count the. Never say kitty count the kitten in the kitchen. Kitty count the kitten in the kitchen. I'm sure ऐसे ही होगा, पाकिस्तान में ऐसे पढ़ाया जाता है क्योंकि हमारी लैंग्वेज उर्दू और पंजाबी या पश्तो जो भी है, ठीक है, हमने इसको जरा सा एक्सेंट को तब्दील करना है। Kitty count the kitten in the kitchen. Couch पे जरा सा झटका लगाए, टी को गायब कर दे। Cow, देखिए, cow. It sounds like this. Kitty count the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter 80 Easter eggs. Each Easter 80 eggs. यहाँ पर स्टॉप लगाए। Each Easter 80 Easter eggs. ये मैं आप लोग का एक रिदम बनाना चाह रही हूँ कि आप लोग इंग्लिश में एक गोरो वाली रिदम ले आए अपने एक्सेंट में. That will be better for your language and for your impressions. Now repeat with me. A tricky frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, bye-bye. One flies fly. One cries for cry. Kitty cat the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter 80 Easter eggs. It's your turn now. Raise your hands. Come on. Come on, cheers. Raise your hands. Okay. It's your turn. जिन्होंने पढ़ लिया है वो हैंड्स ऑफ कर दे, जिन्होंने नहीं पढ़ा वो हैंड रेज रख के। यस, फातिमा सैयद।
Okay, ma'am. A tricky frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. How much wood would a woodchuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, bye-bye. One fly flies, 4 flies fly. One girl cries, 4 girls cries. Crick heard the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter eggs, 80 Easter eggs. A tricky frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, bye-bye. One fly flies, 4 flies fly. One girl cries, 4 girls cries. Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter egg eats 80 Easter eggs.
Not really bad, but second time जब आप read करने लगे तो उसको fast में कोशिश कीजिएगा, okay? But I know ये आपके लिए थोड़ा सा first time है, मुश्किल होगा, लेकिन आपने देख के पढ़ना है, so I don't think so कि इतना hard होगा आप लोगों के लिए। देख के पढ़ रहे हैं ना, तो कोशिश करें इसको एक reading समझ के fast पढ़े, लेकिन letters आपके वही हो जो कि आप लोगों ने अभी सीखा है इस week में। Remember this. Yes, Fatima.
Yes, ma'am. A tricky frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. How much wood a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, bye-bye. One fly flies, 4 flies fly. One girl cries, 4 girls cry. Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter eats 80 Easter eggs. A tricky frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. How much wood a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, bye-bye. One fly flies, 4 flies fly. One girl cries, 4 girls cry. Kitty in the kitchen. Each Easter eats 80 Easter eggs.
Amazing, superb, dear. Perfect, Fatima. Yes, Maria.
A tricky frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, bye-bye. One fly flies, 4 flies fly. One girl cries, 4 girls cry. Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter Eddie eats 80 Easter eggs. A tricky frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If you want to buy, buy. But if you don't want to buy, bye-bye. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girls cry. Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter Eddie eats 80 Easter eggs.
Amazing. Fabulous, dear Maria. Yes, Rifat Iqbal, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. A tricky, freaky snake with 60 super scary straps. How much would a woodchuck check if a woodchuck could check wood? If you want to bye-bye, if you don't want to bye-bye. Now, one fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cry, four girl cry. Kitty the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter eats 8 Easter eggs. A tracky fracky snake with a 60 super scary straps. How much would a woodchuck check if a woodchuck could check wood? If you want to bye-bye, if you don't want to bye-bye. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girls cry. Kitty cat, the kitten in the kitchen, eat 8 Easter eggs.
Not really bad, but need more practice on it, okay? Keep it up,
Okay,
dear.
ma'am.
Yes, Fajr Gul.
Yes, ma'am. A tricky
Yes,
frisky
dear.
snake with 50 super scaly stripes. How much wood would a woodchuck check if a woodchuck could check wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, buy, buy. One one fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girls cry. Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter Edie eats 80 Easter eggs. A cheeky fisky egg with 60 super scaly stripes. How much would a woodchuck if a woodchuck could check wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, buy. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girls cry, four girls cry. Kissy caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter Edie eats 80 Easter eggs.
Really nice, dear. Perfect, Fajr. Yes, Anna Mijaz, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. A tricky frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. How much would a woodchuck check if a woodchuck could check wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, buy. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girls cry. Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter Eddie eats 80 Easter eggs.
Really nice, dear. But how about second time, Anna Mijaz? Come on.
Okay, miss. A tricky frisky snake with super scaly stripes. How much weight would a woodchuck check if a woodchuck could check wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, buy. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girls cry. Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter Eddie eats 80 Easter eggs.
Perfect, dear. Okay, how about Amna Asghar? Are you there, Amna?
Yes, ma'am. A tricky frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, buy. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girls cry. Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter Eddie eats 80 Easter eggs. A tricky frisky snake a tricky frisky snake will 60 super scaly stripes. How much would a woodchuck check if a woodchuck could check wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, if you don't want to buy, buy. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girls cry. Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter Eddie eats 80 Easter eggs.
Really nice, dear. Perfect. Okay, how about Kashifa Arshad?
A tricky frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. stripes. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, bye bye. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girls cry. Carrie caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter Eddie eats 80 Easter eggs. A tricky, frisky snake with 60 scary stripes. How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, bye bye. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girls cry. Carrie caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter eats 8.
Hello, Kashifa. In the last, your voice was dropping down, but no worries, you did very well. Excellent, dear. Yes, Neelam Gul.
A tricky, frisky snake, a snake with 60 super scary stripes. How much wood would a woodchuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If you want to buy, if you don't want to buy, bye bye. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girls cry. Kitty cat, Kitty cat, the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter egg eats 80 Easter eggs. A tricky, frisky snake with the 60 super scaly stripes. How much would a woodchuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? If you want to buy, if you don't want to buy, bye bye. One fly flies, four flies fly. One girl cries, four girls cry. Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter egg eats 80 Easter eggs.
Good effort. Excellent, dear. Okay, I'm gonna repeat it again for all of you. It must be pronounced in this way. A tricky, frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck wood? If you want to buy, buy. If you don't want to buy, bye-bye. One fly flies, flies fly. One girl cries, four girls cry. Kitty caught the kitten in the kitchen. Each Easter 80 eats 80 Easter eggs. Eggs equal A pade. I hope you remember. A tricky, frisky snake with 60 super scaly stripes. Sorry. ओके मैं फर्स्ट स्लाइड से आप लोग को रीड आउट करके बता देती हूँ जो कि मैंने आप लोग के साथ शेयर की है आज आप लोग सब इसकी प्रैक्टिस कीजिएगा इसका स्क्रीनशॉट ले ले और संडे तक इसकी प्रैक्टिस करें बिकॉज नेक्स्ट फ्राइडे को मैं अगेन ये पूछूंगी और इसके अलावा न्यू भी हमारे पास होंगे बहुत से स्लाइड जिसकी आप लोगों ने प्रैक्टिस करनी होगी आज आप लोग को 3 स्लाइड्स की कराई है नेक्स्ट फ्राइडे को 6 स्लाइड्स की होगी रिमेंबर दिस How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck chuck wood? He would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck chuck wood. आपकी जब इस तरह से फ्लुएंसी बन गई तो समझ जाएगा आपने 70% इसको लर्न कर लिया है रिमेंबर दिस लेकिन साथ में शर्त ये है कि आप यू को यू पढ़े जबल ओ को यू पढ़े ओ यू को यू पढ़े ओके रिमेंबर दिस How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Repeat with me. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck chuck wood? He would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck chuck wood. अब हम इसको fast पढ़ेंगे जरा सा last time. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck chuck wood? If he would chuck wood as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck chuck wood. I hope it's clear. Yes, dear. Do you want to read, Neelam Gul? Do you want to read the slide?
Miss, actually, I practice it, inshallah, next week. I will try. It is very difficult for me. I want to try, but
Inshallah, you will participate.
It is difficult. It is difficult, so that's why I never participate in this type. Thank you, Miss.
You're welcome. No worries, dear. Take your time if you're not feeling well or uncomfortable with this. But listen to me carefully. Make up your mind that there is nothing difficult into English language, because अगर आप ये फील करती है ना कि लैंग्वेज सीखते हुए मुझे ये स्टेप इसका मैटर करेगा या वो स्टेप डिफिकल्ट है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। फिर आपको वो वैसे ही चीज मुश्किल लगने लगती है और आपकी प्रैक्टिस रुइन हो जाती है। So first of all, make up your mind that there is nothing difficult in learning any language. So that will be better for you and very easy for you. Yes, Fajr Gul, do you want to read?
Yes, ma'am. How much would a woodchuck if how much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as he would chuck wood if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Perfect, perfect, dear. Yes, Fatima Sayyid.
How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would. If a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Really nice. Yes, Anna Mijaz. देखिए आप सब अभी ठीक से रीड कर रहे हैं, यही वर्ड अपने वॉइस नोट रिकॉर्ड कर ले, व्हाट्सएप में किसी को भी भेज दे, खुद को भेज दें, ठीक है? उसको नोट डाउन कर ले वॉइस नोट को, क्योंकि आप सब वर्ड्स को सही से प्रोनाउंस कर रहे हैं। इसके बाद आप लोगों ने कल और परसों इसको 10 से 20 मरतबा पढ़ना है, ठीक है? देखना आप लोग इतने फ्लुएंट हो जाएंगे और 5 मिनट भी आपके नहीं लगेंगे जब आप 10 से 20 मरतबा इसको रीड करेंगे। कोशिश कीजिएगा अकेले बैठकर और इसको फास्ट और say it aloud, ठीक है? बिल्कुल लाउड में आपने इसकी प्रैक्टिस करनी है इन फ्रंट ऑफ द मिरर। इस तरह आपका कॉन्फिडेंस लेवल भी बूस्ट होगा। सेकेंडली आपकी पर्सनालिटी भी बहुत ग्रूम हो जाएगी जब आप आई कांटेक्ट अपने पास शीशे में रखते हैं ना, मिरर में खुद से टॉक करते हैं। सो दैट विल बी रियली इजी फॉर यू एंड वेरी बेनिफिशियल। रिमेंबर दिस, I usually follow this rule when I try to practice with the language. Yes, Anna Mijaz, it's your turn.
Okay, miss. How much would a woodchuck how much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood. I need much practice.
No, but you did very well. आपके vocabulary is perfect है, but fluency को करे, ठीक है? साथ में fluency बहुत matter करता है. Remember this. Yes, Kashifa Arshad.
How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Perfect, dear. Well done, Kashifa. Yes, Amna Asghar.
Yes, ma'am. How much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck wood as much as he could and chuck as much wood as a woodchuck would if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Exactly. Perfect, dear. Okay, dear, so that was really nice class and I've really enjoyed in all the session. It's time to say a goodbye. Take care of yourself and see you on a Monday. Allah Hafiz.